Hey there, France is not the only country with a big presidential election coming up. The Philippines also they will be electing their next president on May 9th. So I'm going to take a look in this psychic tarot reading on what we can expect. This reading was brought to my attention by a comment by one of you, so just remember that if there's a topic that you'd like me to look at in my tarot readings, just let me know in the comments below. Now, there are quite a few candidates running for president, but by far the two in the lead are Fernando Marcos Jr., son of the late dictator of the Philippines, and the current vice president, Leni Robredo. Right now, Fernando Marcos Jr. is showing a lead in the polls. Polls, though, are not always correct, and if some of these secondary candidates drop out or endorse one of the other candidates, how is that going to affect the race in the coming about 2 more weeks until it happens? What's going to happen? So I limited my examination of what we can expect for the results of this election to those 2 candidates, ignoring the other candidates because they seem just a little too much of a long shot. And I looked first at Fernando Marcos Jr. and the card that came up for him and his opportunity and potential of winning this election is the 10 of discs, or 10 of pentacles. And this card is a card of affluence, comfort, and just kind of having everything taken care of. So I wasn't sure how this would fare, though, in a competition between 2 people. Yes, it seems comfortable and seems like you've achieved something, but if you have like this against a card that's more competitive, I don't know if I would feel safe in saying that this was going to be a definite win. So let's take a look at what we can expect for his opponent, Leni Robredo. Now for her, the vice president, the card that came up was the 3 of Swords, and this card is, as it looks like, it's a card of heartbreak and usually not victory. So this does not look good for Leni Robredo. And if I had to pick a winner from these 2 cards, I would put my money on Fernando Marcos Jr. Some people are worried if Fernando Marcos Jr. becomes president, they're afraid he's going to be like his father or worse. What can we expect? So I took a look at the overall tone, the overall energy that we can expect under his the 6 years that he's going to of this presidential term. The card that came up is the 7 of Swords, and this card is all about, it's kind of a sneaky card. It's about taking advantage of your position and your knowledge and your information to do things that will leave others slightly short-handed. So I think what we can expect in the next 6 years, I don't think it's going to be horrible as some people expect, but I think there is going to be, yes, slightly abuse of power and hierarchies, as often happens in these situations. The rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer, as they say. So that's what I'm seeing with this election. May or may not like it, but that's what I see. And if you have anything else you'd like me to discuss in my psychic tarot readings, let me know and leave a comment below. And you can always contact me personally for a reading on your life at Super Pure. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.